Oh, I thought it was Lost Girl.
Well, I guess it's good that you figure out the title now.
Yes.
Welcome to Audio Shelf.
A place where we take you on a fantastic journey through our audiobook adventures.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Brittany.
And we are the voices in your head.
On today's episode of Audio Shelf, we are reviewing The Lost Sisters by Holly Black, narrated by Caitlin Kelly.
What's up, Caitlin?
Boop, 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 boop.
Hey, girl.
The publisher is Hatchet Audio, and the audiobook release date was October 2nd, 2018.
That was like the other day.
Yeah, it was like yesterday, only not. The duration is 1 hour and 30 minutes, so very short. There's no excuse for you not to listen to it. And the genre is dark fantasy, violence, and bullying.
Bullying.
That's a legitimate genre. Like, I did not make that one up.
Interesting. I would be like domestic abuse.
Yes. 100%.
Yes. So the summary is taken from Amazon.
Mother.
Sometimes the difference...
Wow, this was a short one. So I fully expect you to be able to get through it.
My throat stopped working. Sometimes the difference between a love story and a horror story is where the ending comes. While Jude fought for power in the court of Elfheim. How do you pronounce that? Elfheim. Sorry, we do audiobooks. We don't look at the words.
We don't read it.
While Jude fought for power in the court of Elfheim against the cruel Prince Cardan, her sister Taryn began to fall in love with a trickster Locke. Half apology and half explanation, it turns out Taryn has some secrets of her own to reveal.
Okay, I'm just going to say it right now. Taryn is a dumb bitch.
Oh! Dang!
I am not a fan of Taryn whatsoever.
Yes, I hate Taryn, to be honest. So, okay, so we have a plan for this episode.
Yes.
And the plan is Brittany and I have not talked about this specific novella
at all
to each other at all. And we have lots to say about it.
Yeah.
So what you're hearing is our true initial reactions to this book.
Yes, when discussing it with each other. Because we just listened to it today, which is Friday.
Yes.
And Brad has listened to it 3 times.
Yes.
And that's where we're going to kick it off.
Okay. So you tell me what you thought this story was.
Okay, I like how you jump in first with you tell me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, to me, the book was very much like Taryn doing a practice speech, like she's in a communications class, explaining to her sister what happened in the moments that we didn't see with Jude and the Cruel Prince.
Yes.
So we got Jude's perspective in that novel, in the full thing. But when it came to the dinner scene, we didn't realize that Taryn was actually with Locke.
Yes.
Until it was just like sprung on us. Locke was with Jude.
Yeah.
And apparently Taryn was like, okay, chill, cool. I'm just going to be a spicy, jealous person. Like talking about spice and jealousy, like throughout this novella. And she's trying to explain to her sister why she likes to be abused. Why she did what she did with Locke.
Yes.
And so at the end, for me, what happens at the end is that we figure out that she's trying to convince herself, in addition to practicing what she's going to tell Jude. So there's a really neat part at the end where she's talking in a mirror and she's saying like, and hopefully you won't give me that look that you're giving me right now.
Yeah.
Taryn and Jude are twins.
Yes.
Identical twins? I couldn't remember from the Cruel Prince.
They're identical.
So they're identical twins, which means Taryn was given herself shade in the mirror and she doesn't believe herself.
Yes. See, that's so it makes sense now because I was not putting it together that she was talking in a mirror.
There was like one mention of a mirror,
Yeah,
and then that was it.
I was okay. So here's my quarrels with this little novella. I was really excited when I saw Caitlin Kelly tweet this out. I said, "Holy crap! This is not a sequel of because we're expecting The Wicked King
Yes.
to be the sequel."
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a novella, but I was like, I was not expecting this because we didn't know novellas were going to be a part of the series.
No, yeah.
But then I listened to it and I was like, oh, it's Taryn. I hated Taryn from the Cruel Prince. But we'll see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I don't understand the title. The Lost Sisters. Like, yes, she talks about, like, they talk about Vivian and her.
Vivian. You got to have that little accent.
Yes, Vivian. They talk about Vivian and Heather and how they fell in love on Earth or what in the world or whatever.
In the real human
world.
dirt world.
And then they talk about Jude and how she wanted power. And then they also obviously talk about Taryn and her being manipulated by Locke. So I get that they were all lost in a sense, but like I didn't understand the word lost sisters.
So I think from that was also like a quick thing in the very beginning of how that is their like in the real world, like that's what they're called. Like that's what the news articles called them. So when they just disappeared, they're called like the Lost Sisters.
And if you think about it metaphorically, like yes, they all, I mean, they're not close as one would think.
No.
3 sisters in that kidnapping situation would be.
Yeah.
One goes off and wants to leave the magical realm.
Yeah.
Another one wants to take over the magical realm.
Yeah.
And then another one is honestly
wants to
psychotic.
suck off the magical realm.
Yes. Ooh, yes. But so essentially they are technically lost in that sense.
Yeah.
So I get the title, but I was just like, I was expecting a little bit more. And
so for me, the story was like really haunting and creepy. Like
yes.
when they kicked it off with that like mini story about the brides
and
and
the fox
and the Mr. Fox
that was
and everything.
Creepy.
That was so creepy. And it still had like some of that like underlaid within this story. The main story, because at the end, Taryn makes Locke basically marry her.
Yeah, she's like an ultimatum kind of thing.
Yeah. And so like with Locke, he's a trickster. And so you really kind of like ask yourself, okay, who is tricking who? Is Locke tricking Taryn or is Taryn tricking Locke?
I mean, if you think about it, Taryn turned her back on her sister.
Yes.
Locke did his thing.
Locke kept doing literally his thing.
Yeah.
And so it kind of made you feel like Mr. Fox and Locke are a little related. Like they might be very similar. But then also Mr. Fox and Taryn might actually be like in similar facets as well. Like they're very twisted. Like all the people in the story are very, very sick.
Yes. Now, tell me, it's been a while since Cruel Prince, we listened to it in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So what was this tournament? Was I completely, can you put, like,
okay.
Was there a tournament? I feel like I'm not a good fan of this book now, but like we've read so many books. I'm like, tournament?
Yeah. So when I finished The Lost Sisters, I was like, I need to listen to The Cruel Prince again because I don't remember the tournament either.
Well, I looked up a website that said what happened in The Cruel Prince. Finally.
Okay.
Whatever happened to websites and spoilers?
Like SparkNotes?
Why can't I find a good website with spoilers?
Because you have to pay for them now. You have to pay for SparkNotes. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
When we were in school, we could get our cheats for free.
I want my cheats. God.
This is a cruel world.
It's a cruel world and a cruel prince.
Everybody sucks.
God. I just want my cheats.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, there have been series where I've been listening to them and I'm like, for instance, the Moral Instrument series. I'm like, all right, I need to find out what happened in this book because this book was lame.
And you're on book 18?
Yes. And I'm like, I just need a good cheat so I can keep in mind because I'm reading a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting stories mixed up.
Yeah.
I cannot remember this tournament worth a thing.
I can't remember the tournament. All I can remember is the dinner where they were crowning the prince, where they were crowning Dane.
Dane.
And, and literally everybody in that royal family dies.
Oh wow! Yes,
Like,
I do
remember the head
that.
getting chopped off and
Yes,
stuff?
it reminded me of like the red wedding kind of thing.
Yes.
Everyone was dead.
I can't remember if Darren died. Or, I mean, Dane.
Dang!
Dane. I need to shout his name so that I remember it.
It might be a good Wi-Fi password too.
It might be. But, like, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I just remember, like, some princess gets beheaded.
Yes.
And then there's, like, that underground mafia thing that Jude was a part of.
Yes.
And, like, Mr. Ghost, but he wasn't actually a ghost, even though I thought he was a ghost for, like, the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
I think you thought he was a ghost,
Oh
too.
yes, I thought it was a ghost.
We were like, what is happening? And there was, like, a rat that wasn't actually a rat.
Yeah, it was weird. And I think if someone just tells me, oh, by the way, the tournament was this, I feel like it would just come to me.
Yes.
And that's what sucks about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I need cheats.
And that's kind of what happened with when Taryn was explaining, like, oh, how mean Prince Carden was, like, at the very beginning of the book. And then she didn't get to the part with, like, the death and murder and destruction. But just little parts of it brought the story back to me. And I was like,
Yes.
oh.
And who lost a mother effing finger? Was it Jude?
Apparently Jude.
Apparently Jude. I listened to that 3 times. I said, who lost a finger?
I don't know.
And I remember her losing. I remember a character losing a finger, but I don't remember it being Jude.
I don't remember it being Jude either. Hey, Jude, can you tell us what happened to your finger?
Hey, Jude, can you tell us what happened to your life?
Oh my God.
We definitely need to listen to this book again
We definitely do.
because I loved
We loved it.
I gave it a 5 stars.
It is a 5-star.
But we literally we listened to that book in the first week of January.
Yes. So we don't remember a damn thing.
Exactly. And I feel like readers out there, they can't remember everything in a story.
How do you retain?
How do you retain information, people?
I mean, like, I have a long memory, but I don't have that long of a memory.
We've been listening to 1-2 books a week.
Yeah.
You know how many weeks are in a year?
52.
52 weeks.
That's a lot. That's over half.
I'm just saying, we're trying to provide a service here,
Yeah.
and we just can't remember all this information.
We can't. So we need help. So
I do see book bloggers out there doing reread episodes.
oh, that would be interesting. Like, after we listen to this one, we can go back and listen to The Cruel Prince
Because-
and then
yeah.
talk about it again.
Yeah, Wicked King. What?
No.
What?
You know what we need to install
What?
for ourselves?
What? What?
Our Explain It to Us Like We're 5 series.
Oh, yes.
Like that short little, like, here's the points of what this audiobook was.
Yes.
And this is what's going to happen. And these are some of the details, some of the
Yes.
key things.
Yes.
We need to put that out there because, like you said, the cheats aren't there anymore.
Do authors not like cheats?
They must not like cheats.
I'm sorry, but the way I comprehend information is
through
different than other
cheating.
people. So, like, I need to listen to it. I need to read it. And if I forget about it, I need to have little cheat sheets because I don't feel like going back
Yes.
and rereading the whole thing. I got other
Yes.
books on my TBR.
I mean, if authors don't like cheats, what more do they want? They are getting plagiarism taken care of. Now we can't have cheats?
Now we can't have cheats, just like little summaries of cheats.
Like, you're taking away all of our liberties.
I mean, Wikipedia.
You can't copy your stuff.
Books aren't even on Wikipedia.
No. And that's what's killing me is that, like, the books are not on Wikipedia. Like, there's movie spoiler sites.
Yeah.
But there's not any freaking books.
I don't get it. And it's an hour and 30 minutes. Yes, we can sit there and listen to it if we miss something.
Yeah.
But I listened to it 3 times and I'm still getting the same reaction.
Yeah, but The Cruel Prince is like, what, 12 hours, 14 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 hours, I think.
11. So we're going to go back and listen to that one.
Yes.
But that one's the longer one.
Yeah.
So, like, now that turned into an angry thing.
Yeah.
Like, we were installing a new segment into our show.
Yeah.
And then we just, for some reason, got violent.
Yeah. What happened to us?
I think it's been a bad day.
Who hurt us?
Everybody. But that's not to say that The Cruel Prince and The Lost Sisters are, bad.
Yeah, no.
We love
them.
Like, let's bring it back to positivity.
Please, because I feel like we're hating this series. I love it.
We love it, and we are going to re-listen to the Cruel Prince, but we're just trying to figure out what happened to cheats.
What happened? I feel like we displaced our anger on cheats, not having cheats. and we displaced that on the Cruel Prince and
Yeah, sorry,
the
Holly.
Lost Sisters.
Holly, we love your work. It's brilliant. You have a way with words. When there was that like little boy, no, what was it? She was describing. Who was she describing?
The little boy that she saw.
No, not the one that she danced. Not the one that Taryn danced with. There was one. I can't remember who it is. Oh, no. She was describing Heather. Vivienne.
Oh, Vivienne
was describing Heather and said that her eyes were the deepest shade of amber she had ever seen.
Yes.
And I was just like, ooh.
Oh, I can feel
see that.
Yes.
I can see the colors. Like, Holly has a way with words that just like makes you see
yes
whatever she is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could have swore I saw some fairies.
And I think that, right? The thing is, I told you I listened to this 3 times.
Yes.
There are tons of novellas that are shorter than this that I refuse to listen to it a second time because I didn't understand it.
I mean, are you sure that you just didn't miss something?
Well, I admit that, and that's the thing is like, I'm like, I understood the whole concept. I just felt like I missed something.
Okay. But you still listened to this one 3 times.
Yes. And I walked away and I'm going to give it like a 3 or 4, 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. But I feel like, and I think that goes back to the whole idea of my thoughts on this character in this novella.
Okay.
To me, it felt as if this could have been a chapter in The Wicked King.
Okay.
Where, and I guess we'll get into that a little bit later about our thoughts on novellas in general.
Yeah.
But I just
But then
felt
I also
like,
want to touch on this once you're.
yeah, I just feel like this could have been a chapter in The Wicked King, and I could have got it there. I feel like I didn't need to get it like now.
Okay, see, I think that this one worked really well as a novella.
Mhm.
Like, this is what novellas should use as as authors should use this novella as a why do I need a novella?
Yeah.
Like, for what reason am I writing this novella? Because a lot of people, like, for the Dorothy Must Die series, there was just novella after novella after novella, and it was like, you don't need all these novellas.
Mhm.
Like, you don't need this. But the thing with The Cruel Prince that I do remember is the twist that Taryn was with Locke the whole time.
Yes.
And that was something that I wasn't expecting. I didn't
Mhm.
see coming at all. And I was like genuinely surprised that Taryn would do that to her sister. I was like, Jude has been with Locke this whole time almost.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? What is happening? And so the fact that we got a little brief look back and like an explanation from Taryn's point of view,
Yeah.
it was perfect because it didn't have to take anything out of the Wicked King in order to show us
Yeah.
her small bit of a story.
Mm-hmm. I see that. It's kind of like as a photographer,
Yeah.
like you zooming out.
Yes.
And you're seeing the bigger picture. Whereas in The Cruel Prince, you're like really zoomed in on Jude.
on Jude, yeah.
And it was a nice idea of seeing the other side, even
Yeah.
though you know the ending, and you still have that. I walked away still feeling hatred towards Taryn.
I do not like Taryn whatsoever.
But you still you still seen and heard and felt what she was going through.
yeah.
Whereas in the Dorothy Must Die series, I felt like every novella was a different story.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have that much information to care about this rainbow unicorn thing that she just created a character for.
yeah.
And there was like literally like 10 novellas in that series.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's 10 extra stories I don't really care about. I care about Dorothy
Right.
and Oz. Like, I don't care about individual things in
Yeah.
Oz.
Yes.
And so I think that I like what I didn't put that together. I like what you're saying is that this was still telling the same story, but just through a different perspective.
Yeah. And, you know, some novellas, and we will touch on this like in a different episode, but like some novellas, they don't need that, even though they're telling it from a different perspective.
Mhm.
Like the thing with the Twilight series and Divergent, where
Mhm.
it's like from the male point of view.
Yeah.
Like they didn't need those stories
No.
just because we were so intertwined with the males,
Yeah.
with the females. Like it didn't really matter.
Exactly.
With Taryn and Vivienne, especially if she writes a short story of Vivienne and Heather, like I will be all for that.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I'm excited for that, and I hope that is coming. But like, I really felt like this was a necessary book in order to tell us what was happening in the background, because like, it's like a TV show that you are watching for Easter eggs.
Yes.
Like this book, The Cruel Prince, has just so many Easter eggs in it. And that's what her novellas are uncovering
Yeah.
and giving us an explanation for, which is fantastic and absolutely a reason to do a novella.
Yeah. And I also, for me, another reason why, and you know, please correct me if I'm like off, but another reason why I was let down a little bit by this novella in particular is the summary. I was expecting there to be more twists and turns from the summary, because it said Taryn has more surprises, or it said Taryn has more secrets that she's holding.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, what other secrets? And then I was like, but I already know this secret now. And so I felt like the summary was a little misleading.
Yes.
And I thought I was missing something from the novella because of what the summary said.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, is there another secret that Taryn kept? Or we work on the same secret? It's just elaborated here in the summary.
Yeah. Like, what wasn't Taryn telling?
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you. I don't know who does the the summaries and the
I think
synopsis.
it's the publishers.
It has to be. Which then I'm just like, you could tighten it up a little bit and still make it creepy and mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, they could have put that whole first story, that like little bit about Mr. Fox and the Brides.
That gave me nightmares.
Ooh. They could have put that right in there and then tied it into Taryn's story.
Yeah.
Like somehow they could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was so many other like creep-tastic things that could have been alluded to in the description, instead of just like, turns out Taryn has a dark secret of like, she likes when people like her.
I'm like, what?
No dip, Sherlock. Like,
Yeah.
she likes being wanted.
Durr.
Like, she danced with a green-haired boy and then like crushed his spirits a little bit.
That was, I think that was my favorite part of the story, because it just showed how messed up Taryn was.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, Taryn, you're not as great as you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that she realized as well. But it was just like,
She needs to look at her life and look at her choices.
she does. She does. And stop making the wrong ones. Because if you're looking in the mirror and you can't convince yourself that you're happy, you're not happy.
You're not happy.
Like, it's not going to happen.
Nope.
I'm interested in knowing like what Locke. I feel like Locke is going to have a little bit bigger of a part in the Wicked King.
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
because his agreement with Taryn about the marriage thing, the marriage pact.
Oh, yeah.
Which also, that was interesting that they have like a pact.
Yeah.
Because we didn't hear about that in The Cruel Prince, I
No.
don't think. So knowing that there were conditions for their marriage, and the conditions that she agreed to, she like, as she's talking to herself in the mirror, she's like, I probably should have thought about that a little bit more. I had no idea what he meant by I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah. And I love how she was like, and I'm not talking about just a week or a month or a year. I'm talking about forever. Like, if you have to tell yourself that, your man don't love you.
No,
Wake
he doesn't love
up.
you. And he was like, we love differently. That is breakup.
That is
Like,
breakup.
Next level is just him sending a carrier pigeon saying, I break up with you.
Yes.
And break is spelled wrong.
Yes.
Like, it's not forever, girl. Like, I don't know how. What?
She needs to get it together.
She does.
And so I will say, I will probably go back and change my, because after the first time I listened to it, that's my Goodreads review. So it's a little negative. But now that I listen to it, when I finished it today, I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't hate it as much, but I still didn't. Maybe it's just my hatred for Taryn.
Maybe. Which, can we talk about for a second? Because we haven't touched on any of this. Caitlin Kelly's voice is phenomenal.
Oh my God. She is queen.
Like, I don't even understand how she does this. Like,
I love her voice for Locke.
Yes.
It's so sexy. I mean,
Like, I missed Carden's voice.
yeah. Oh, Carden. Oh,
And she even like went so far as to like give Vivienne a different sounding voice.
She was so like cool and hipster.
Mhm. She was
Like-
just so relaxed and calm.
Yeah, let's be honest, right?
Right. Yeah. And just a different voice. Did we hear Jude?
No,
At all in this
I don't-
book?
I don't think so.
Well, Taryn's voice was like a little bit like higher pitched than Jude's.
It was
I
like
feel.
girlish, like
Yeah.
like girly girl,
And
like
shy. Like you
yeah.
could feel that shyness.
that timidness.
I don't know how she does it.
It's so good.
It's really, really good.
Her narration is phenomenal, and it's funny because I'm always looking for new books, and I keep getting drawn to these narrators that yes, we've built a relationship with them, but it's because they're really effing good.
They're really fantastic.
Like I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, another Lauren Ezzo book. All right, that's fine with me.
That's cool.
Like I'm gonna listen to this.
All right,
I'm
Caitlin
gonna-
Kelly.
Yeah,
Yes, we
Kate-
will.
Caitlin Kelly. Oh, Christine Vam's doing it. Okay.
Sign us up.
Like Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I can't get enough of these girls.
If they threw a concert, we would be camping out for 3 months.
Oh yeah. I wish they had a narrator con where oh my god, can we have
Can we make this?
can we make this? Audio Shelf
Okay,
Con.
we're trademarking this.
Yes,
right
we're trademarking
now.
this.
You can meet your favorite narrators and your favorite authors. I know that that's like the audiobook con. What is it? Is that even a thing?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Well, Audio Shelf Con is our favorite people.
Yeah, it's just gonna be ours. It's gonna be a popularity contest. You have to fight to the death.
Yes.
Except not really, because you're all talented.
yeah.
we don't
It's
want.
like-
we want more.
It's like the audio games.
Ooh, they don't have one of those yet.
Can I be Effie?
Ooh, yeah. Wait, prison Effie or like prefab?
Prefab.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Prison Effie's a little messed up.
She is a little mahogany.
Oh god. Yes. Okay. So you'll be pre-prison,
Yes. Yes.
pre-pry.
Whew,
Ooh, that'd be fun.
that would be fun.
Oh gosh.
And
But
it's
yeah,
going to be the biggest thing Baltimore's ever seen.
yeah, in the world. And then we'll take it on tour. That'd be cool. But anyway, the Lost Sisters, excellent. Oh, we could do a live show during our audio shelf con.
That would be really. We could do a panel.
A panel. Nobody wants us on our panels.
Our panel. Our panel would be better than DragCon's panel.
I could do your makeup
And then
and then just
Yes.
like post one eyelash and then it would be over.
yes, and then we can have someone running around the outside doors screaming at people because they open doors.
Get out! God!
Guys,
That poor little girl. Oh man, she had one job and she failed at it
Yeah.
miserably.
If you guys don't know, we went to DragCon this past week and we got yelled at not once but twice
Oh, we got told to like F off like while we were by a bicyclist.
by a bicyclist
Like
in
I
New
will
York.
find you, bicyclist lady, and your stupid shorts. You don't know who we are.
What if she listens to this and be like, "Oh my god, I was the one that told them F off."
I hope so, and I hope she feels terrible about
She was
herself.
horrible.
She was awful.
God.
It wasn't our fault the light wasn't turning green.
and then the DragCon worker, she was like, "Guys!" And then she like chased after us and said, "Get out of there!"
Yeah, just because we wanted to watch Trixie and Katya's panel. Like
ridiculous.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Maybe you should open up the walls for one of the most popular panels when they're going to announce that they're bringing back their show.
Exactly.
Like, you don't cram everybody into a sardine can and then expect them to just like all be fine being blocked out and having it sold out and whatever. When
Exactly.
we all paid the same amount of money.
We did. What in the world?
Like, I'm sorry.
Ugh. But anyway, Lost Sisters.
Jesus. Ugh.
Also, Holly Black. I love her as an author.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has such a beautiful mind. We've already touched on this with the words, but kudos to Holly Black.
Yeah.
Mm.
And whatever partnership she has with Caitlin,
Oh
keep
my
it up.
gosh, keep it up.
Oh, I'm in it for the long haul.
I wonder how many. First of all, this really got me excited for The Wicked King.
Yes. Which one does that come out?
I don't know, but we're supposed to be getting an arc sent to us.
No way. I didn't know this. I didn't know
from
this.
Nancy, Ravenous Reader.
Ooh.
Yes, she put it on Instagram, and I said, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for Wicked King!" And she said, "I'll send you the copy." But
Is
she
it
got
going to be paperback?
it's paperback,
Oh.
but it's kind of in the process of being sent because she wanted a friend to to read it first, and then the friend's going to send it to me.
But wait, Hatchet Audio, is that the thing that we're a part of?
No, we're a part of the other H one.
What's the other H one?
Are we a part of Hatchet?
I thought it was the other H one, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's Hatchet.
It might be Hatchet.
Let me see. How do you spell Hatchet?
HATCHETT.
No, it's Hatchet.
Oh my God, we have Hatchet.
Yeah. So I have to try to remember. Like, I have the login and stuff like that.
Oh, that's gonna be.
I'll have to look into it.
We'll have to look into it.
We'll do that afterwards. But I want to see when The Cruel Prince comes out.
Or
The Wicked
King.
King. Because The Cruel Prince is already out.
But I wonder how many novellas are going to come out now. I hope that not too many, though.
I hope not too many. Like, I hope she doesn't go overboard with it, because that would, I don't know, that always feels like it ruins a book series. Like, when you
Yes.
have too many novellas to keep up with, you kind of can't keep up with the actual story.
Yeah.
Because you're trying so hard to keep up with novellas.
Homegirl did that. Victoria Aveyard. She did that
Yeah.
with the Red Queen. Is that, wait.
Was there a lot of that?
Yeah.
Oh, there was?
There was like 4 of them.
The Selection series also had a lot of
Selection,
novellas.
yes. Kira Cass did that with Selection series.
Yeah.
And that was another point where I'm like, okay, yay, we're learning about, I think my only favorite one in that series was the favorite, which was Homegirls.
What's her name? May. No. Nope.
May.
I keep wanting to call her Brown, but that definitely wasn't her name.
She was the
She had,
best
like,
friend.
brown hair.
Yeah. Well, yes, and she got beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my favorite one.
Wow.
But all the other ones kind of did nothing for the story.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
But I agree. This one, I like the idea of like the zooming out and seeing a bigger picture.
Yeah. And we're seeing, it's kind of like how we think about like people and living. Like, we think of ourselves when nobody's around me.
Mhm.
I don't think of other people living. I don't think of the things that you're doing when you're at home
Mhm.
and I'm not around. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, sometimes you don't realize that people are real, which sounds like psychopathic, but like, I promise it's not. Like, you just don't think
Yeah.
that the person driving in the car has their own thoughts.
So sometimes I do think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
don't. But that's the intriguing part of
Yes.
interactions
when
like that.
So when you hit that part where you're like, whoa, that person in that car is like a real person.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have dinner with their family and nobody's going to be let in on that. Like, that person is thinking their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of that, then you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
But most of our days, we're not thinking of that. We're just
Mhm.
thinking of when we get around people, this is where their life is starting.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a reality show
It
and
really
everybody
is.
pauses.
It's very selfish in that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is nice to think, I hope that person's having a good day.
Yeah. Or I wonder if that person is like gonna go home and like eat their ice cream feelings.
Oh my God, I was just going to say binge their ice cream.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. But I was like, no, she has something I'm not going to interrupt. Oh my God.
my God. I went through a couple different things in my head that sounded too creepy to say out loud.
And then, yes.
And then binge ice cream is where I landed.
Oh my
like,
God.
Eat ice cream.
I
Eat
was
their
like-
feelings.
I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
We're
pretty
so
cool.
in sync right
That's
now.
pretty cool.
That's really cool.
But yeah, I get it. And that's what Holly Black's novella did.
Yes.
It gave you that idea of, oh, I can look at someone else's life
Yeah.
and see what they were feeling.
Someone else's story was taking place at the same time that Jude's was.
That's
That's
mic drop.
wild.
Yeah.
So The Wicked King comes out January 8th, 2019.
Oh, so like almost like a year between the two.
Yeah, but you can pre-order it right now.
Oh.
You can pre-order the audio CD for $16.82, but who has CD players anymore?
Yeah, my car doesn't even have a CD player anymore. My
Mine
computer
does.
doesn't have a CD player anymore.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does?
We hit it last time.
Oh, yes.
You just totally forgot about it.
Yes, but computers don't have those anymore.
Mm-mm. This one doesn't.
It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
It's weird.
No cheats. No CD players.
What is this world coming to?
I want to go back to the early 2000s.
I know, right? Oh, maybe we could change things.
Anyway.
Anyway, I think
So I think this was a good discussion.
we this was a great discussion. Like, I feel like I haven't felt this way about a discussion in a hot second.
And it's a book about a book that just came out.
Yeah.
So new.
Yeah.
We're like on it. And there's only like 5 reviews on Audible, which is crazy given how popular The Cruel Prince was.
Yes. It's nuts. And I feel like we didn't even know about this one until you saw it.
Yeah. Caitlin Kelly tweeted it out.
Yeah. So the fact that there wasn't a lot of hype for that, I think is going to make our review stand out.
Yes. And when are these companies going to give us free books? I'm getting tired of paying, y'all.
We've been at this for 2 years. We give good, very thorough reviews. Like, you need to wash yourself after we give you a review of yourself.
Yes.
Why are we still paying?
Why are we still paying for these books?
Why aren't people paying us?
Like, this book was $5.95.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, come on. Whatever.
We'll keep doing it because we love Caitlin Kelly and Holly Black.
Yes. Speaking of monies.
Oh,
Can you tell them about the Patreon?
Oh, yes. If you would like, and we hope that you would like, to help us reach our goals and to maximize our reach of Audio Shelf and just be better at our interview process, better at community outreach, better with the different segments that we want to bring you guys, please donate $1 to our Patreon. Everybody has a spare $1. You can probably find one on your couch right now.
Mm-hmm.
So why not give it to Audio Shelf?
Yep. And before we move on to the next closing statement, obviously we totally missed the big question about what we're going to do with Lost Sisters.
I mean, it was kind of obvious for me.
I don't know. So you're going to shelf it?
Yes. And you're going to
probably shove it.
You're going to shove it still?
I'm going to shove it still because I need more room for The Wicked King.
I'm shook.
It's still a great novella.
Yeah. Yes, it is. 100%.
And I've listened to it 3 times.
I mean, I may need to build another shelf, but I'm going to shelf it.
Okay. All right.
So.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you don't know what we're talking about.
Nope. Yep. If you want to know what we're talking about, please follow us on Twitter at AudioshelfMe, like us on Facebook at AudioShelf, and also follow us on Instagram at Audioshelf_podcast. Subscribe to us wherever you can find and listen to your podcast. We are everywhere, so there's no excuse.
And if you would like 2 free books for the price of free,
that's The Cruel Prince and Lost Sisters.
Totally. You can get ready for The Wicked King.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you need to do it right now.
Right now. So go on our website at audioshelf.me and click on the Audible affiliate link to download a 30-day free trial.
30 days. You can cancel after you're done.
You get 2 codes.
2 codes.
2 books.
Stay in your library.
And then you can cancel in 30 days.
Yep.
Or
we're here to tell you that we cheats.
Exactly. We cheats. Or you can continue and get that extra code for the month and then get The Wicked King when it comes out in January.
Ooh. Yeah, you might fall in love with your audio book subscription.
Yeah. And I'm really happy that Audible brought back gifting.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. So who knows? We might be doing a giveaway one day.
Yeah.
But you got to participate.
Which is so hard for people.
Ugh. Anyway.
All right. Until next time when we complain about you some more. Bye.
This has been Audio Shelf, where we release new episodes every Monday.
If you want to stay updated, listen to previous episodes, or suggest audiobooks for us to feature, visit us at audioshelf.me.
We are Brad and Brittany. Thank you for listening.
Hello. Okay. All right, better. All right. On today's episode of... That's too loud. Ugh. But if you do want to know what we're talking about... What the hell was that? Did you hear that pop?
No.
Okay. I'm going crazy.